as a physiotherapist who specialises in osteoarthritis, I get asked a lot by patients whether swimming is a good idea to improve their symptoms. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of swimming, because there certainly are some, and we're going to start right now. Now, there is that old age adage of when you swim, you work every muscle in your body. So it must be a good idea, right? Well, there certainly are lots of benefits from swimming for arthritis specifically and for general health as well. But there is a caveat with that when it comes to osteoarthritis, which we're going to talk about at the end of the video. But let's talk about all of the benefits that swimming can give you for your osteoarthritis first. In the same way that any exercise is good for your body, swimming does the same. It's going to be good for your cardiovascular system, your heart. It's going to be good for your respiratory system, your lungs, digestive system, immune system. All of these systems are going to benefit from moving regardless of what the activity is. We also know that when you move and you raise your heart rate and the circulation starts moving around your body, you release naturally occurring painkillers. So we release anti-inflammatory chemicals when we move and exercise. So it's a very similar process to what happens when you take ibuprofen or naproxen to help with your joint pain. Another really important factor when it comes to osteoarthritis, which there's loads of evidence to support, is weight loss. And swimming can certainly help burn calories and help you with that weight loss process. One really good thing about swimming in particular is that because you are reducing the load through the joint, you may be able to work harder to a higher intensity in the pool and therefore burn more calories than maybe you would if you were trying to walk or jog, when that load through the joint is that bit harder. So something like water aerobics would fit into that category. That could be a really great way of raising your heart rate and exercising harder for longer. Which also brings us on to another point, which is the social aspect. If you go swimming regularly at the same time each week, you may see the same people. Or if you're in a class environment, you've got that social aspect where you're interacting with other people. And that can be a really fantastic factor that we don't really talk about when it comes to exercise as much as some of the other health benefits. But certainly in the last 2 years in particular, we've seen and noticed that we need social interaction to be happy and healthy. So where is the problem? Well, there is a slight problem with swimming in that as soon as we get into the water, the amount of load going through our joint significantly decreases. And you're probably thinking, well, that's a great idea. It feels nice and comfortable, and it will do because it's easier. But when we're standing, we have our body weight worth of load going through our affected joint. When we're walking, that increases to around 3 times our body weight. And if we want to jog or run, that can increase to 7 or 8 times our body weight. So if we want our joint to be able to function properly on land, we need to be doing functional land-based exercise. Now, what I see a lot of the time in people with a painful joint is over a period of time, they gradually decrease the amount of load going through their joint because it's sore or painful. Now, certainly the joint can be sensitive, inflamed and irritable, but it's really important that you understand it's very unlikely you're doing any harm or damage to the cartilage when you're moving or exercising on land. And the pain that you're getting is not a sign that you're damaging the tissue. And what will happen if we go through a process slowly over a period of time of gradually reducing the load going through the joint will become more sensitive, more uncomfortable and more sore. And over time, we will gradually just get less and less independent, which is why doing exercise on land is really important. If you're thinking about using swimming or aquarobics to try and improve your osteoarthritis, my advice would be give it a go. But what I would say is try and do it in combination or in conjunction with some land-based exercise as well. It could be more appropriate for somebody who has very high levels of pain or high levels of irritability and are struggling to tolerate any land-based exercise, and also those that are enjoying it. The last thing I want to do is to deter you from doing exercise that you love. So keep up the good work, give it a go, and let me know how you get on in the comment section below. If you are watching this video because you do have osteoarthritis, then this is just a quick note to say I have recently put a completely free osteoarthritis ebook together for you, going through how you can manage your symptoms better at home without the need for injections and surgery. So if that does sound of interest, you can find a link to the ebook in the description below the video. Just before you go, if you have enjoyed today's video, you can show your appreciation by liking it below. And if you're new, subscribe. It means you'll get notified every time I release new osteoarthritis related help, which I do every single week. And also it means more people are likely to see the video that you've found helpful. Whilst you're doing that, I'll see you in the next one.